LeBron did LeBron things, putting up 21. So clearly, it was the veterans who led Team USA yesterday. Durant provided instant offense off the bench, missing only that one shot, while LeBron did a little bit of everything in a big win over Serbia. Kendrick Perkins, you're up first. Who's the bigger key to USA men's basketball winning gold? Is it LeBron or KD?
Well, look, Molly, we saw it yesterday, okay? Just when we thought, watching the exhibition games, we thought that, LeBron James was the best player on Team USA. And granted, he had been playing like the best player on Team USA. But the thing was, those games were close, right? If you're a fan of the Olympics, if you're a fan of basketball, if you're representing our country or cheering for our country, should I say, when you were watching this team without Kevin Durant, you was going to sleep at night looking at the ceiling fan with the lights on. With Kevin Durant on that team, them toes get to wiggling in the bed, those feet get to rubbing together. You real comfortable, you real laid back. We saw the separation last night. It was deflating yesterday when Kevin Durant got in the game and the buckets and the shot making that he was giving us. When you know what he's capable of doing, if the game is close, the ball is going to be in Kevin Durant's hands down the stretch to take them home. We saw it the last time Team USA won the gold medal, and we're going to see it this time when Team USA win the gold medal. It's going to be on the back of Kevin Durant.
Okay. Let me ask this question first. Are you and KD beef? I mean, you and Bron still beefing, or y'all don't work that out?
Nah, man.
Nah,
man.
Wait, I have a serious question. Did you unfollow him? I want to know, did you unfollow him too, or he just unfollowed you?
No, me and Perk don't operate like that.
No, him and LeBron. Perk and LeBron. I'm not asking about you.
I mean, Swagu, I'm petty now. I am petty. I mean,
did you unfollow him?
All these conversations I had with you, and you gonna unfollow. All right.
So they're not following each other. Okay, I just had to get to the bottom of this and get some clarity on where their beef is.
I was trying to figure out why he said KD. Listen, everything you said is on point about KD and his impact. But Bron had 21, 9, and 7 yesterday. Defensively stepped up as well and switched position. Here's the thing. To me, it seemed like LeBron was the one that everybody was like, you go facilitate, you go create. So I think LeBron is going to be every team that he plays on, and I'm biased potentially, but it's what I've seen over years. I think every team that he plays on, he has a bigger impact of winning than anybody that he's playing with. I'm under that impression, and I was under that impression when I watched them yesterday against Serbia.
All right, before Wendy jumps in here, Wendy, you need to deal with the sirens. They're really distracting our show right now, and I'm going to blame you for that. Are you following LeBron?
Yeah.
Oh, you are.
Me and Bron cool. I don't know.
I was just wondering.
I'm gonna create a reconciliation with him and Perk because I don't like us beefing
I'm
in
only
public.
following Savannah. I'm a bigger fan of hers.
Yeah, Savannah dope too.
Okay, Wendy, how's it going in Petty, my friend?
Yeah, well, look, Kevin Durant loves playing for Team USA so much. This has been such a big part of his career. I know he's got the championships and the MVP, the finals MVPs, but I'm telling you, the gold medals are so important to him. And it was just killing him over the last 3 weeks to watch this team come together and not be able to be a part of it. Seeing him on the bench, you could just see it on his face. He just wasn't right, and he was, he's having some starts and stops. He was recovering from this calf injury. It looked for a little bit like he might not be able to start this Olympics, and so he was on air yesterday when this game was going on. If you're a guard, you pretty much have to try to score on the outside, and if you're a big man, you got to deal with the paint being blocked. So if you have size and can shoot, it's just amazing in Olympic basketball. And my gosh, is there a better guy who's with size who can shoot in the history of the game than Kevin Durant? So what I just want to point out, he hadn't even played a 5-on-5 full-court game since April, since the Suns got eliminated in that first round against Minnesota. He comes in. He hadn't come off the bench. He came off the bench 3 times in his 17-year NBA career, 3 times. So you're asking him to play off an injury, hadn't played in 3 months, coming off the bench. and he delivers this awesome performance. And Serbia is good. I know that Canada has more talent, and you say, well, Serbia's only got 4 NBA players. But the way Serbia plays makes the U.S. uncomfortable. And it was happening again in this game. They were down 10-2 out of the gate. They were down 19-14 when Durant came into the game. They were mucking the game up. They were slowing it down. They were forcing turnovers. And Durant came in and everything was fine. You guys are right about LeBron. Ultimately, LeBron is the driving engine. But Durant made things possible yesterday. He's been doing it since the 2012 Olympics, more than a decade, and he did it again in this big, huge win.
But that's the thing. That's the thing, Molly. Like that's why Wendy and what Perk is saying. It's always hard to argue with KD. Every basketball game that KD has ever played in, he's been a mismatch.
Yeah.
He's going to be that until he finished playing basketball. I just looked at the game differently than they did yesterday. I thought the sparks defensively and getting everybody involved and realizing that KD was doing what KD was doing and willing to take a back seat and make sure he was in those positions to score mattered more about how LeBron played yesterday than KD. We expect, and to Wendy's point, coming off an injury, that's phenomenal. But I wasn't shocked at the way KD played yesterday because in my mind, that's Kevin Durant. He's going to step on the basketball court and be that guy more times than not. I just thought the facilitating of LeBron yesterday on the offensive and defensive side had more of an impact. Yeah. And those guys fed off of LeBron a lot more than I thought anybody else on the team.
I mean, look, you can't go wrong with either one of those guys. The OGs are leading the way. And you know the beautiful part about it, just to add on to it, I'm watching a guy like Anthony Edwards, right, when he's on the floor with Kevin Durant, have to elevate his game, right? He's elevating his game. Like, throughout that first half when Kevin Durant was putting on one of the greatest individual performances I've seen in basketball, right, in the first half, Anthony Edwards was right there doing his thing too, right behind, right in the thick of things. So it's that effect, right? It's just when you watch a guy like Kevin Durant run off buckets like that and, whether it's the pull-up hezzy, whether it's coming off of pin downs, holding the spacing for the corner three, whether it's getting to the midi, right? Like all of those things, it's just a beautiful thing and it's contagious. You can just see it brought a different joy to that basketball team.
Can I say something about Anthony Edwards? I can't tell you how he is experiencing this through the eyes of the way the fans are. I know that he talks a big game and he's like, oh yeah, people are going to have to adjust to me. I'm the leader of this team. And that's the way he feels. That's what his personality is. I can't tell you how remarkable it is to watch Ant Edwards watch and be on the same team as LeBron James and Kevin Durant and how much he viscerally is enjoying it. Last week in London, when LeBron was going off and leading the U.S. to those 2 wins, Ant couldn't contain himself. He was bouncing around. He grew up watching these guys. Durant is his favorite player. And there was that picture with him dunking on Durant in practice. He was like, heck yeah, I dunked on him. I love dunking on him. And yet he considers him like a brother figure, like a mentor. And so Ant Edwards is going to take that shot. Ant Edwards wants to be the leader. He's probably going to be one of the faces of Team USA in L.A. in 4 years. He could play a big role here. But the key about this team, and it's so appropriate that we're debating about whether Durant or LeBron was more important, what those guys are able to do at this age and the impact that they're making is so amazing. Yeah. And Ant Edwards taking it all in, even as he's so talented, really NBC, they don't need help from me. They should have an isolation cam just on Ant that's on a different feed that you can just watch how Ant reacts. Because the way Ant is enjoying this is kind of the way I feel like all NBA fans should enjoy this incredible team we're watching here.
No, I'm sure it's surreal. It's a pinch me moment. I'm sure you guys have had experiences like that when you get to play with, the greats. But one thing I just want to say really quickly, I feel like maybe a slightly prematurely we kind of passed the torch to all these young stars. And I know guys like Ant Edwards, we're going to talk about it, who are the future faces in just a bit. But we did, with Steph and LeBron and all these guys and KD, and they still got it.
Listen, all right, let me say, I know a lot of people go crazy because Jokic is the back-to-back MVP. If I'm starting a basketball team today, I'm starting with LeBron James. All right. And if I got a second pick, I'm taking Kevin Durant. Right. And it's not because that they may not get to that individual level that some of these youngsters are getting to.
Yeah.
But just from a basketball acumen standpoint, Perk talked about the ability for Kevin Durant to make reads and understand where he needed to be on the floor. I think LeBron James, and this is something we don't talk about enough with him, Wendy and Perk obviously knows this, and people that covers the basketball. You can make a hard argument he's the smartest basketball player to ever play the game when it comes to just how he reads the game of basketball.
Yeah.
LeBron had this USA team yesterday looking like they played 82 games together.
Yeah.
Like the way that they were moving the ball, the way the understanding was going. I remember it was a steal, and he made a kick out to Steph, and Steph didn't keep running. And both of them looked at each other like, that'll never happen again.
Yeah.
Because it's just watching them play this game at such a high level from a mental standpoint is why I believe they're going to win gold. Because a lot of times,
Swagu.
and Wendy knows this, we get to the point where we get to the Olympics, and basketball has globalized now. It's a lot of really good players all throughout the world.
Yeah.
The understanding of the game and the way for these guys to mesh quickly is as important to winning a gold medal as them just being better than anybody.
There was an amazing moment in this game I just want to point out real
ahead.
quick. It was an amazing moment. Right there at the end of the first half, okay? There's a timeout. They're reviewing something. Steve Kerr draws up a play. They'd never run it before, ever. They'd never practiced it once. And LeBron threw this laser beam pass from the sideline all the way down to the low block. It was like Patrick Mahomes hitting Travis Kelce. When he threw the ball, Durant wasn't even there. He wasn't even open. He threw him open. Durant cuts across the lane, catches, turns around, and shoots. And that was when he fell on his back right into the bench. That play right there is LeBron and Kevin Durant. That's LeBron and Kevin Durant being brilliant at what they are. And that's what this team has. And those guys can't run and jump like they used to, but having that makes them so extremely valuable. Serbia couldn't defend that play. They'd never seen it before.
And let me say this. Let me make this last point about the Anthony Edwards part, right? Anthony Edwards is doing what all those young guys should be doing, not just when it comes to LeBron or Kevin Durant or Steph Curry. I mean, LeBron or Kevin Durant, but also Steph Curry. All those other young guys are not going to understand they 29, 30, but when you talk about AD, Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, Tyrese Halliburton, etc., they should all be embracing this, playing alongside those OGs on that team. They should all be trying to get up under their wing and get the mentorship to learn the knowledge of the game, continue to learn how to be a true professional. Even Joel Embiid. Like, Joel Embiid has caught a lot of criticism, and rightfully so. But if I'm Joel Embiid, I'm not only trying to win a gold medal, I'm trying to learn more about how to prepare, how to get in shape, how to eat right, things to do off the floor, because you're doing it with some of the greatest who ever played the game, and they're right there teaching you and showing you the way.
Yep, absolutely. An opportunity to be a sponge.